Hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. So have Blaze bitten off more than they can chew? Now that the Evercade EXP-R has been delayed and moved to a November release, it's definitely making that period at the end of the year a little bit congested. At present we've got the Tomb Raider Collection 1, Thalamus Collection 1, the Evercade VS-R coming out at the end of this month, which is August. Obviously the Evercade EXP-R has issues and it's now been moved into November, but that means we've now got the Soul Reaver Collection or Legacy of Kain Collection and Bitmap Brothers releasing in September next month, and then we have a whole load of stuff releasing from October all the way through to December. So don't forget, October we are seeing the release of the Super Pockets as well. I know that's obviously under a slightly different banner, but it's still Blaze at the end of the day. So in October we're going to see the Super Pocket Atari edition, we're going to see the Technos edition. Don't forget there is a wood grain edition in there as well, so there is a lot of hardware being produced and going to be released for this Christmas period 2024. And then don't forget, their probably big focus is going to be on those Evercade alphas. Personally, I'm not really sure this is a good idea. I think time will tell whether this will be popular. I'm actually thinking it might be the wrong direction that they're heading in with these, but it's a different market, and they are very cool. Obviously, having hands-on experience of them, they are very cool products, no doubt about it, but I just have that sneaking suspicion that it might not be the best direction for the company to go in. But that is just my opinion. Some people might differ and think otherwise, and obviously it is focusing on a slightly different audience and it will bring more people on board. I guess that's the plan, so they'll buy more cartridges, which is obviously brings us to the extra cartridges that we are going to see at the end of the year. We're going to see Deities Collection 2, Arcade 2 and To A Plan Collection 3. They will release in November as well, probably alongside the Evercade Alphas. But don't forget, in amongst all that, we are going to see the release of the Evercade EXP-R that comes bundled with Tomb Raider. So a little bit of a mess. It's going to be a very congested period. I'm honestly thinking they're probably going to spread themselves way too thin to be able to manage to put this all out at the same time. It's going to put a lot of pressures on them and obviously the partners that they use. But will it all happen all at once? Will the Evercade EXP-R still release this year in November? They've obviously experienced some issues. Not entirely sure what those issues are. Some kind of production issues that was discovered, and they've obviously decided to delay that product, which I think is definitely the best thing to do. It's not the ideal thing for them to do, but if there's issues and it gets out there, it's just going to bring them a whole world of hurt, and it's just going to make things a lot worse for them, especially considering the launch of the original EXP. It really wasn't ideal. It had a ton of issues that they probably should have sorted before it was shipped. But anyway, not ideal scenario. I think people maybe that have ordered an Evercade EXP, especially with the Tomb Raider collection releasing at the same time, are they going to jump ship, maybe just get an Evercade VS-R instead, or try and even get the Tomb Raider collection and just go back and get the original EXP? I'm not sure that's the best plan. I think the original Evercade EXP really has its flaws. As much as I like it, it does have its flaws. You might be better picking up a Super Pocket instead. They are only 50 quid and you can play on that and tide you over till you get to Evercade EXP-R if it does still release in November. Will that still happen? Will they iron out all those issues that they've obviously come across? Hard to say. Now don't forget, there is still 2 cartridges to be announced for December, which obviously further complicates things completely. What are those? Are they potentially bigger than Tomb Raider and Soul Reaver Collection or Legacy of Kain Collection? I'm not entirely sure. It is interesting to me that they didn't keep possibly their 2 largest licenses yet, which is the Legacy of Kain Collection and Tomb Raider Collection, to the sort of November-December releases. It does make you wonder that maybe perhaps there's bigger to come in December, or maybe perhaps they felt it was better to release now. I suspect there might even be some Legacy of Kain remasters coming to the modern consoles, and that might have changed their decision to maybe launch it now so that they get the sales in before those remasters hit Xbox, PlayStation and probably even the Switch in time for Christmas releases. Now obviously I'm guessing, I don't know exactly what's happening, but it does make you wonder why they would hold these back. Is there another reason? Who knows? I have no idea. But obviously we still have got 2 cartridges that are going to announce in December. Will they actually release in December? Will they pull them into November as well and make that an even more congested period? They did that last year in 2023 and they pulled some of the cartridge releases forward. Personally, I think they would be better at pushing the December releases out to January for next year. That would obviously give us a little gap and give us a good start to 2025. I think that would probably be a better scenario, and thus obviously ease the pocket for all the Evercade supporters out there, because personally I think sometimes there's far too much and there's a lot of stuff to buy, but you don't have to buy everything. Just remember, I think for those that have been with Evercade from the start, there's definitely that onus that feels like we need to buy everything, but just remember, you don't have to buy everything. Everything that's released is not necessarily for you or targeted at you, but there is that FOMO that you just feel like you're going to miss out and you just have to buy. I think as a Evercade community, we definitely need to get away from that mindset of trying to buy everything. I mean, I'm probably the worst as well, but I buy things sometimes just for the content, but at the same time I am a fan. I love playing these games, so sometimes I do feel like I'm missing out and have to buy everything, but I have to get away from that and think, right, I just need to buy what I actually want to buy, what I want to play. For instance, the Evercade VSR, I don't necessarily need another one, but you get that sort of FOMO. I need one, and now that the Evercade EXP-R has been moved, do I want to go get that one just for the sake of it? I really don't know. But anyway, a lot of people might buy, just put it on the shelf, and it might be worth something at the end of the day. A lot of these carts that are getting released have gone legacy, that they now are worth a lot of money. So there's sort of 2 ways of probably thinking about it. But anyway guys, what do you think? Do you think all of this is going to happen in 2024? Have Blaze maybe just took on a little bit too much? Fingers crossed that most of it does happen. I think my biggest concern is definitely over the Evercade EXP-R. Will that still release in 2024? Will they iron out all those issues that have reared their head? Definitely a worry. I'm not really concerned about all the cart releases. I think they will definitely happen. The Evercade Alphas will probably happen. I've not heard any other news that's going to delay them, so fingers crossed those still do happen. I think if those get delayed, that would be a massive dent in Evercade's sort of Christmas sort of plans that they've got going forward, and would obviously affect them going forward. But hopefully, fingers crossed, all of this does actually take place and we have a successful end to 2024. But anyway, looking forward to 2025. I hope they do focus more on cart releases and maybe put hardware to the back burner for a little bit, so we can get maybe more cart releases and all the focus goes on that, and any updates and things like that need to happen to the sort of Evercade EXPs and VSs that are out there. But I think they really have to put more focus on that and forget about trying to make new hardware. We definitely need a little bit of a break from it. Anyway guys, let me know your thoughts. What do you think is going to happen this year? Will we see all this release? Thanks for watching again. Bye for now.